Hi guys, before we get into the video, did you manage to check out the link for your pop-out poster? I received my poster and it's a must-have if you're an Arsenal fan, and it's available all around the world. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Martin Ødegaard's and Mikel Arteta's comments, which suggests that pieces are in place for Arsenal transfer, and then we're going to look at Barcelona facing a £20 million transfer decision to offer Arsenal hope of completing Philippe Coutinho transfer deal. So the first transfer headline states that Martin Ødegaard and Mikel Arteta comments suggest pieces in place for Arsenal transfer. So the reports are stating that Mikel Arteta laid out what needed to happen for Martin Ødegaard's Arsenal transfer to be made permanent, and the latest comments from both men suggest that they have 75% of those pieces already in place. When Martin Ødegaard joined Arsenal on loan in January, one of the first questions posed to Mikel Arteta was inevitable. What needed to happen for the transfer move to be made permanent? He certainly has all the qualities and characteristics that we are looking for in that position, Mikel Arteta said at that time. Then it will be down to two things. First of all, how well he adapts here and how much of an impact he can have in our team. Secondly, what Real Madrid and the player think about it, because he's owned by Real Madrid and the player has a big say of that situation. A few months down the line, it appears that Arsenal have 75% of the pieces in place after Mikel Arteta's comments. After an initial adaptation period, Martin Ødegaard has made a huge impact in recent weeks. He led a spirited comeback against West Ham at the weekend, leading Mikel Arteta to make it perfectly clear how impressed he has been with his adaptation to the Premier League. Asked whether the 22-year-old is a leader in his team, Mikel Arteta told reporters, "Well, he's showing that I think from week one. The way he steps on the pitch, he always wants the ball. The way he commands the pressing, he's been really influential. I think we've all been a bit surprised because he looks shy and humble, but when he steps onto that pitch, he's a real character and he loves to play football." With Martin Ødegaard proving his quality on the pitch, a permanent deal first depends on whether the Norwegian himself would be keen. Earlier this month, he hinted he would be keen on a long-term stay, telling BT Sports, "I have felt at home since the first day. I am happy to be here and feel great." Asked why he joined Arsenal, he added, "First of all, the manager and his ideas, the way he wants to play football. He's a top coach, he's really intelligent, he's really smart. There are so many things to learn from him, so I'm just happy to be here." With Arteta and Ødegaard winning each other over, Arsenal have 3/4 of the criteria in place needed for a permanent transfer. But there is still one crucial stumbling block: Real Madrid. When Ødegaard first joined Arsenal, manager Zinedine Zidane confirmed he wanted him to stay and fight for his place. And his impressive displays in the Premier League are sure to be catching the eye of his parent club, particularly given their own mixed fortunes this season. Ødegaard, he wanted to leave. We talked 2-3 times about it, Zinedine Zidane told reporters shortly after his exit. He wanted to play and I told him to stay and fight for his place. I've always wanted him in my team, but it was his decision. I wanted him in my team. I wanted him back from his loan and I told him to stay because the season is still very long and he would have his chances. But he would have to play now, and he really wanted him in my squad. If Zinedine Zidane and Real Madrid decide they still want Martin Ødegaard in their squad at the end of the season, Arsenal's hands may be tied. But Martin Ødegaard and Mikel Arteta are holding up their end of the bargain by making his loan move a success, and they will hold high hopes of making the arrangement permanent when they get the chance. So it looks like Mikel Arteta joining Arsenal on a permanent deal looks very high, But we move on to the second piece of transfer news, where Barcelona faced £20 million transfer decision to offer Arsenal hope of completing Philippe Coutinho transfer deal. Barcelona could be forced to offload one of their big-name stars this summer to help the club's financial position as a result of the pandemic. Arsenal's hopes of finally signing Brazilian star Philippe Coutinho could come true this summer. It has emerged. The former Liverpool architect, who has struggled to impress at Barcelona ever since swapping Anfield for the new camp in January 2018, was heavily linked with the move to the Emirates Stadium last summer, as Gunners boss Mikel looked to strengthen his attacking midfield options. However, after several months of speculation and rumours, no deal ever materialised, largely because the former Inter Milan star was offered fresh hope with the La Liga giants following the arrival of Ronald Koeman as the club's new manager. This season, Coutinho, who spent last season on loan at Bayern Munich, helping them win the UEFA Champions League, had seen his opportunities increase at the new camp until he was struck by a major injury blow, meaning he has not yet played in 2021. This more or less sums up the Brazilian's time in Spain, with him having struggled to ever replicate the form and class that earned him the move just over 3 years ago. Despite Barcelona landing the midfielder for a whopping £142 million fee, he could be sold this summer at a much cheaper rate. This is because, according to a report by Spanish outlet Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona must pay Liverpool another £20 million if he reaches 100 appearances for the club. At the time of writing, Philippe Coutinho has featured 90 times for the La Liga giants, meaning he is just 10 games away from that clause within the deal being triggered. With that in mind, Barcelona may have to make a decision over Philippe Coutinho, having been dealt several huge blows in the past 12 months because of the coronavirus pandemic, which has almost hit every club across the globe in one way or another in an economic sense. It has reported in Spain that Barcelona may look to sell him this summer to stop Coutinho from reaching the 100 appearances that would trigger that particular clause. Should Barcelona be openly wishing to offload him in the summer, it could alert Arsenal once again, as they are likely to remain on the hunt for a central attacking midfielder, especially if Martin Ødegaard does not return on loan from Real Madrid or sign on a permanent deal. Adding a permanent fixture to the number 10 position has been a priority for Mikel over the last 12 months. During last summer's transfer window, the club was desperate to sign Lyon ace Houssem Aouar, but ended up prioritising a move for Thomas Partey instead. Should Madrid not allow Ødegaard to return to the Emirates Stadium, Coutinho could be a valid candidate to fill the position he will have vacated ahead of next season. And in terms of my opinion, I really do hope that Martin Ødegaard signs a permanent transfer for the Gunners, because for me, I don't want to sign another player who is in a high age and a high wage, and they don't seem to have the passion and determination to succeed at the club. And someone like a Philippe Coutinho, for me, has lost his abilities from the time he had at Liverpool, and I don't want to have another player who is struggling for form at a club like Arsenal. But other than that, guys, remain blessed, stay tuned for the next video, and peace.